Look around the modern world, and the sheer volume of spiritual options is staggering. In India alone, traditions speak of over 330 million deities, each with its own set of required devotions and offerings. Faced with this variety, many people adopt a popular modern mantra: all deities are one, and every spiritual path eventually leads to the same destination. But if millions of people are constantly fasting, praying, and performing rituals to the same divine source, it leads to a difficult question. Why does the cycle of human suffering and fear remain so consistent? The answer lies in what these rituals are actually trying to achieve. Most are built on a system of exchange, performing specific acts or offering payments to change one's luck or avoid a deity's anger. It is a relationship defined by appeasement. This reduces the divine to a merchant and the believer to a customer. When faith is treated as a commercial trade, the result is a transactional trap that never actually addresses the root of human pain. What if humanity's baseline assumption about how God operates is backward? Consider a creator whose primary objective isn't tribute, but connection, a God defined by relationship rather than a series of trades. By worshiping creation, whether nature, statues, or celestial bodies, we focus on the components of the world. In doing so, we often ignore the architect who stands outside of those physical materials. Genuine spiritual peace follows a connection with the architect of reality, rather than a successful bribe offered to a created thing. By definition, the true creator is distinct from the physical universe. This God is formless, lacks physical limits, and exists outside the boundaries of space and time. God is not a part of the universe. Rather, the entire universe is contained within his vastness. Within that physical expanse, humans carry a unique design. We were made in the Creator's image, a distinction that separates our consciousness from that of animals or plant life. This design provides us with the emotional and spiritual architecture necessary to engage in a loving, two-way relationship with God. We are not random biological accidents or subjects to be ruled. We are intentional beings designed for divine fellowship. This raises an immediate problem. If a relational creator loves us, why do we experience so much tragedy, disease, and heartbreak? Some traditions claim God uses this misery as a tool to test our loyalty or punish our failures. The historical and scriptural record points elsewhere. Worldly suffering stems from the introduction of sin and the presence of a spiritual adversary. This unseen adversary has one clear motive: to steal our blessings, kill, and systematically dismantle all human flourishing. Instead of causing human pain, God acts as the specific intervention against it. In man-made systems, humans pay a price to reach God. In the true narrative, God pays the price to reach humans. This intervention arrived in history through Jesus Christ, who offered a definitive answer to the human dilemma. Centuries before his birth, ancient texts detailed how this rescue would happen. The prophet Isaiah recorded a vision of a Savior who would suffer specifically for humanity's sake. The prophecy states, "He was pierced for our transgressions and crushed for our iniquities." It concludes with a promise: "The punishment that brings us peace was placed upon him, and by his wounds we are healed." Jesus is the only historical figure who embodies this inverted, self-sacrificing ransom. He fulfilled this plan by dying on a cross, shedding his blood to pay the cost of human sin. That sacrifice broke the cycle. It removed the weight of sin and neutralized the power of death. He demonstrated his authority over death by walking out of a tomb alive on the third day. This is why the book of Acts is so clear. There is salvation in no one else, and no other name under heaven has been given by which we can be saved. You can move past the exhaustion of fear-based rituals and transactional religion. Test his goodness. Seek a relationship with the God who didn't demand payment from you, but came down to pay your debt. Knowing the ultimate truth of this relational God is the only thing that will truly set you free.